Severino was chosen as the starter for tomorrow. And the A's are going to go essentially with an opener or a bullpenning sort of decision, which I get with the A's, because if you look at the A's, the weakest part of their team happens to be the starters. They've been ravaged by injuries. But the Yankees had options, which is certainly what's going to put them in the crosshairs if they don't win the game. Because if Severino lays an egg tomorrow, then there's going to be a segment of the Yankee fan base that's going to say, oh, you should have started Happ. And there'll be another segment of the Yankee fan base that will say you should have started Severino. Those are the three that were under consideration. They chose Severino. Now, I'm going to tell you why. Now, I don't agree with it, but I understand why they did it. So I'm not going to sit here and be inflamed about them starting Severino over Happ. And I think it was probably best said by my broadcast partner on Yes, David Cohn. You don't leave a Ferrari in the garage. Even if it's sputtering the last couple of times out, Severino has the Ferrari stuff. And I think that they would have a hard time living with themselves if they went with Happ, who is clearly in the second half of the season the better pitcher when it comes to wins and losses than Severino. But if you started Happ and he didn't do well, you would not be able to live with yourself that you did not start the guy with the 100-mile-an-hour fastball and the killer slider. And, Don, I think a lot of it comes down to this. If he gets into trouble, it'll be the same thing as last year against the Twins. And, by the way, the Twins fired Paul Molitor today, which is shocking. Hometown hero.
Just gave him a contract extension at the end of last year.
Amazing. So if you fall behind right away, the bullpen's going to be in play. Happ's going to be in play. Tanaka's going to be in play. So they've got the hook ready. And heavily laden right-handed lineup, although the A's hit better against righties than they do against lefties, I think that they just could not live with themselves if they didn't start the pure stuff of Severino.
I think we're reading way too much into who was going to start the game. Because once I heard it, I wasn't surprised because you had mentioned it yesterday. All right, everything seemed to point to Happ because Happ pitched better in the final week. If you bought into Aaron Boone saying he didn't have a 1-2-3 going into the final week, Happ just seemed like it was supposed to be the guy. And then everything started to build about it being a bullpen game. It's a bullpen game. They're going to go to the bullpen right away, which I disagreed with. I want to ride the hot hand. If the starting pitcher is good, why would you want to be so hot to go to the bullpen? But, Michael, I think they want this to be a bullpen game. And I think go with Severino. He's your ace, okay? As you said, you can win the press conference by saying, hey, I went with my number one guy. But I don't think they put as much thought into it as you say, because the second he gets in any trouble, they're going to the bullpen. And I think they want to go to this bullpen. And I'm not sure Happ was ever really in the equation to start, because I think the Yankees believe they're going to win this game. They believe they've got the bullpen, and now they can have Happ pitch those 2 games in the 5-game series against the Red Sox. Not that they're overconfident, but Severino is their ace, and they're going to be going to that bullpen no matter who is going to start. Michael, I think whoever started, there's a good chance 3rd, 4th inning, they're in the bullpen anyway. So it's who's going to give me 9 outs. And Severino's got an excellent chance first time through the order of getting through those guys. In an analytic world is get me through the first 9 guys, and then we'll mix and match the rest of the way. So when you're looking at who is going to start the game, the traditionalist in you says, who's going to pitch me a complete game? Who's going to have the best chance to win that game? The Yankees are looking at it, who's going to give me the best chance to get the first 9 outs of the game? Because then I'm going to mix and match the rest of the way.
Why would you think that's Severino over Happ? You know, Happ completely shut down the A's when he pitched against them in Oakland. Severino had that nightmarish first inning where he couldn't get on the same page as Gary Sanchez, who, by the way, as we told you about 3 weeks ago, and Aaron Boone said a week and a half ago, Gary Sanchez is starting behind the plate. Why wouldn't you think that Happ could give you those 9 outs?
Because I think they believe that any of the 3 guys that they would have been able to start, Tanaka, Happ, Severino, could get you through those 9. But can you have Happ go through the 9 and still be available on Friday? And I think they realized that was taking a chance. I think they believe Happ matches up great with the Red Sox. Again, it's not overconfidence. I think they believe any of those 3 guys can accomplish what they're looking to do, get the first 9 outs of the game, but who gives us the best chance to win the Red Sox series? Let's take him out of the equation. Severino was better than Tanaka the last week, so let's go with Severino. I think that's what it came down to.